I think dreams are very important, and I always felt that way. And however people communicate with God, I think everybody had their own relationship, but I think God communicate to me through dreams. And I've had some significant dreams, man, like the past 2 weeks. And every dream that I had, it translated like in real life, like instantly. Like I had a dream like 2 weeks ago that my mom had failed, but I ain't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like in my dream, she had fell like face down, and I ain't say nothing to her about it. And then when I came in from like my walk, I was in the kitchen washing my hands, and I overheard her talking to one of her close friends, and she was telling her friend that she had failed when she had got out the tub. And immediately, man, when she got off the phone, I had told her, I'm like, man, you said you fell what the other day? I was like, man, I had a dream that I saw you fall, but I ain't think nothing of it because I was just like, I don't know, I thought it was random. Then this past weekend, man, I had this crazy dream, man. My partner had got shot by one of our classmates. And like in the dream, I ain't know if he died or not, but I just saw like, the blood was, pouring out of his mouth or whatever from the gunshot wounds. And then the classmate pointed the gun at me, and due to my affiliation, I guess he intended to shoot me, but he ran out of bullets, and he had the gun pointed right to my head. But when he, pulled the trigger, and it wasn't no bullets in it, and that's when I woke up. So then I text the homie, man. This was Sunday. I text him that morning. I'm like, "Yo, man, I had a dream you got shot," and I was like, "You good?" Then we ended up getting on the phone, and he was telling me like it was some things, like it's a lot of turbulence, I guess, like in the neighborhood he from, or I mean the neighborhood he living in, because it's like a lot of violence or whatever. And another one of my partners a few days after that, so that was that Sunday, so I guess maybe that Tuesday, I called one of my other partners just to check in on him. And we chopping it up, and then he telling me, he like, man, I'm glad you called me, man, because he was like, so much been going on, and I ain't been able to rap with you. And he was like, my pops was held at gunpoint on Sunday morning. No, he was like, my pops was held at gunpoint on Sunday in front of his mama house. And I'm like, Sunday? Pardon me. I'm like, Sunday? I'm like, bro, I just had a dream Sunday that, I had a gun pointed at my head. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the part that's going to trip y'all out. His daddy named Chris, and that's my government name as well. So it was like, he told me, he was like, man, maybe in that dream you were seeing my dad, or whatever, because y'all got the same name, but, you just identified yourself. But it was probably my dad. But the good news is, his dad wasn't harmed. They ain't pistol whip him. They ain't shoot him. They just robbed him, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. But the tripped out part about that whole ordeal was, man, I had that dream, man, like that morning. So it's like, I don't believe in coincidences. I feel like everything correlates in some form or fashion. It's just on us to like figure it out. And we all have different moments, man. I'm sure anybody that see this, they're going to have a situation where they say like, yeah, man, I had a dream and it correlated. But dreams are powerful, man, for real. Like dreams are very powerful, and they cannot be underestimated. So I just use that as a tool now to try to ask God to translate like what message he trying to deliver to me. For real. Be God level, man. I am James for God. Subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. Genius.